All right, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. I wanted to shoot a quick video about new product development for everyone out there with a great idea that is lacking the knowledge on how to take it from idea and turn it into the next big thing. These are some of the highlights from a blog I wrote about a year ago on new product development called Beginner's Guide to New Product Development. As you can see, I've got some items on the table that I used in my garage to start a multi-million-dollar company. One of the first things you're going to need to remember when starting your new product or your new business is you got to remember to crawl, walk, and then run. It's very easy to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 into a new product that nobody ever buys. One of your goals as an entrepreneur or new product development is to expend as little of your time and money as possible to prove your concept. You've got to be able to prove that people are willing to part with their hard-earned money for your product or service. The next thing I want to cover and people ask about all the time is IP, also known as intellectual property. When do I apply for a patent or a trademark? Well, it kind of depends on your financial situation and your confidence level in your product. You have up to 1 year to file for a patent from the time you start selling, so you do have the time. But I'll tell you up front, it isn't cheap. Some people will try to prove their concept before applying for intellectual property. That's what we did with the bottle breacher. Some people have the resources and believe so strongly in their product that they apply before proving their concept. Instinct, guys. If you don't have it naturally, you can hold focus groups or use social media to get the idea out there and gauge reaction. Now, regarding that feedback, when you're showing your prototype and your concepts to people, whatever you do, don't go ask your mom what she thinks of your idea. She'll probably tell you it's wonderful, honey, and then ask you if she can make you some of her favorite meatloaf. You've got to be willing to seek out people who will tell you it sucks, who aren't afraid to be negative around you. Now, I'll tell you, this takes a little bit of thick skin. You're going to have thick skin if you want to be a solid new product developer. Ask many people, what would you change about this product? If you start hearing the same criticisms over and over again, you probably have some revisions to make. I'll give you a tip. When you are presenting your new prototypes or ideas, put more emphasis on their facial expressions. I have found it's easier to hide my words than my immediate facial expressions. So make sure you watch. Do they look surprised? Do they look confused? Do they say, I don't get it? What is it? Do their eyes light up and you see them crack a big old smile? That's usually a really good sign that you're on the right track. Ask them, would you buy it for you or someone else you know? Ask them, how much would you pay for it? It's not the same as actually proving your concept. It's not the same as them actually buying one, but it sure is good data. One of the next things you're going to have is patience. You've got to have it. Even after the Shark Tank and having most places wanting to take our phone calls, it took me 9 months to manufacture the bottle breacher wine opener. There were days and weeks and months I thought, we're never going to get this product made. Think about new product development and being an entrepreneur as a marathon, not a sprint. One of the most important things in new product development is resilience. I tell people all the time, this is the one you've got to have. Because you will constantly run into brick walls. You will hear no all the time. You will hear that's impossible, it can't be done. You must have the ability to keep your head up, believe in your idea, and start over from sometimes scratch the very next day. It can get really frustrated, but if you're resilient and you believe in what you're doing, you can keep going and make it happen. This is honestly one of the biggest things separating the winners from the losers in this game. You've got to look for incremental daily progress. This is also one of the biggest reasons I recommend that most people start their new business or product development as a side hustle. That's what we did at Bottle Breacher. Keep that day job, provide for your family or yourself, and work on the side hustle at night and weekends when your friends are relaxing and out partying. You will have to sacrifice your time, balance, and in many cases, your inflated spending habits to get a product off the ground. I will tell you this, it sure is worth it. We've sold close to $13 million worth of product in the last 3.5 years. And it all started with these tools right here on my desk. I've got a broom handle that was our first fixture. This is what I would take and put over the 50 caliber round when I wanted to put the patented bottle breacher cut-ins into it, right? I put it right like that, take a Sharpie, trace it out, and then I would cut it with a Dremel tool. One of these right here. Then after that, I would spray paint it. After that, I would put a sticker on it. Then I would polish it with some metal polish, and then we would put it online and sell it. You can do it too if you're willing to sacrifice, think outside the box, be creative, and be resilient. I want to show you one of the next products that we're coming out with on Saturday. It's called the Bottle Breacher Gear Shifter. Even after all this time and so many successful products, we still know that we don't have a successful product until our consumers and our customers actually buy it. This is the Bottle Breacher Gear Shifter. It's made right here in the USA like everything else we do. What do you guys think of that? We got a 6-speed gear shifter right here. You pull it apart, it's magnetic, goes back together. Made out of steel right here in the USA. If you want to use the Bottle Breacher Gear Shifter, all you got to do is pull it apart, take this part, put it on the cap, and breach her up. Remember, you can do anything you want to do. You don't need a ton of money or big time investors to start your own product or your company. You just got to believe in yourself and be willing to take a chance. God bless, and breach her up.